you're about to give us the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, you may sit down. State your name, spell it for the record, please.
My name is Drake Foy, D-R-A-K-E-F-O-Y.
Your witness, counsel.
Please further identify yourself to the court.
I was a business associate of the deceased, Al Dorr.
And what was Al Dorr's business?
Al Dorr was a generous person who would loan money to poor souls who were not able to obtain funding from banks.
What you mean is commonly known as loan sharking, am I correct?
Well, those are your words, counselor, not mine.
And what did you do for him?
I was his, you might say, public relations man. I helped convince people that they should meet the terms of their loan and pay back payments on time and things like that.
And how exactly would you remind them?
Well, usually I just had to be there. I'm a pretty big guy, and people are a little scared of me, so, oftentimes I just be there. Other times I might have to use a little convincer, if you know what I mean.
And how long have you worked at this capacity?
Objection, Your Honor. The witness's answer is rather vague. Counsel does not
I'm
understand.
sorry?
The witness's answer was rather vague. Counsel does not understand. For the previous question. I don't think he finished.
Well, he
I
stopped.
Your Honor,
Overruled. You can continue.
How familiar are you with the defendant, Sam Snape?
Oh, Sam Snape is a local drug dealer. And, he's a frequent flyer for Al. He was always there borrowing money. And he was always, a day late and $1 short, if you know what I mean.
Can you please turn your attention to January 28th, 2017?
Sure.
What interaction did you have with Al Dorr that day?
Well, it was a little unusual. Al gave me the night off, but I first met with him earlier that day. He told me he was going to go meet Snape, and then he gave me some of my money in advance and said, take the night off. I was a little concerned about that because of a previous incident.
And what occurred during this previous incident?
Well, Dorr had been meeting with Snape, and as usual, Snape had some sob story. Al was always falling for sob stories. I mean, he'd let people slide all the time. I saw more money going out than coming in. But he met with Snape. Snape gave him a sob story about Snape's mother, and, Al threatened him, I guess. He must have said some words to him, because Snape, said, you wouldn't be so big without your guys around, like...
Objection, Your Honor. Witness is testifying to hearsay.
Witness is testifying.
Hearsay.
And is there an
May I be
exception?
heard?
Yes, please.
Your Honor, the witness is testifying to the words that the defendant has said, and the defendant is in court today, and he can testify to contradict his words if he likes.
Your Honor, may I be heard?
Yes.
The defendant is here today in court to testify to what he said, so Drake Foy should not need to.
I'm going to overrule the objection.
Would you like me to continue?
Yes,
Counsel?
please.
Foy said to Snape, you wouldn't be so big without your guys around, especially Drake Foy, meaning, I said Foy, I'm sorry, Snape said that. Snape said, I wouldn't be so big without Foy around. So what Al said was, next time, I won't have him there. I'll be by myself.
And how did you feel about that?
I was a little upset because I didn't trust Dorr. I didn't trust Snape. He was a lowlife, and who knew what he was going to do.
Did you want to object, counsel?
But, I...
Thank you, Your Honor, but my objection was to the question, and then the witness started answering, so I was too late.
Never too late. Do you have an objection?
I was going to say relevance, because we are here in court today to discuss the case at hand, not how Drake Foy felt about an interaction.
So is that relevance, or?
Yes, relevance.
Well, it's relevant what he thought, but is what he thought, does that make a difference?
Your Honor,
I believe the question was, how did he feel about that?
yes.
Is that relevant?
No, it is not.
Sustained. Would you like me to do anything with the answer?
Yes, move to strike the answer as non-response, as irrelevant.
It'll be stricken.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Did Aldor bring any protection with him to this meeting?
Sure, he had his gun with him. It's a Bersa semi-automatic, it's a .32 caliber.